Trevor Henderson creatures are some of the most terrifying monsters ever created. A faceless giant with sirens for a head, a cartoon cat that hunts in the dark, a horse with a neck that never ends. But here's the twist. What if these nightmares weren't just made up? What if each one was inspired by something real? Today I'll show you 7 Trevor Henderson creatures and the disturbing truth behind what they could actually be based on. Number 7. Siren Head. The husband and wife claimed they saw something terrifying near a cemetery, a creature with a neck as tall as a utility pole. But here's the creepy part. It had no normal head. Instead, 2 giant sirens sat on top, arranged in a strange parallel structure. From those sirens came horrible sounds. Static, screams, radio chatter. Sometimes it mimics a crying child, other times a mother calling for help. Victims say those sounds are the last thing they ever hear. Siren Head stands around 33 feet tall, yet it moves in complete silence. It has no face, but somehow it sees everything. No ears, but it hears every sound you make. Some believe the sirens themselves act as its eyes. Its body looks partly metal, partly rotting wood, almost like something alien trying to blend in. But here's the truth. This sighting story is completely made up. Artist Trevor Henderson created Siren Head in 2018 as a drawing. It went viral on social media. Therefore, many people today believe it's real. A fictional monster became a modern myth. So could something like Siren Head actually exist? Science says it's almost impossible, but nature has surprised us before. After all, it created giant snakes, deep-sea nightmares, and prehistoric things we still can't fully explain. So could it also create something this strange? Here's where it gets interesting. 300 million years ago, a creature called the Tully monster lived in our oceans. Scientists still can't figure out what it was. They don't know if it had bones or not. Its mouth sat far from its body. Its eyes stuck out on weird stalks. The Tully monster looked just as mythical as Siren Head. Nature already made something this bizarre once. Who says it couldn't happen again? Number 6. Cartoon Cat. Cartoon Cat stands impossibly tall. Its body stretches like rubber, bending in ways that make your skin crawl. The face? Pure nightmare fuel. Bloodshot eyes, crooked teeth stained with something dark. It looks like a cartoon character, but nothing about this thing is funny. That's exactly what makes it terrifying. This creature can change its shape whenever it wants. One moment it's wearing boots like some twisted mascot. The next, it's something far worse. It disguises itself as a harmless cartoon, waiting for victims to get close. Because Cartoon Cat doesn't just kill, it thrives on violence. It feeds on chaos. Most encounters end in death. Some end in something worse. What sets this monster apart from others? Even other creatures fear it. Cartoon Cat lurks in abandoned malls, empty buildings, forgotten places. Other monsters won't go near these spots. They know better. This thing can also mess with TVs, radios, screens. Anything electronic becomes its tool. You might see it before you even realize it's hunting you. Physical attacks barely slow it down. Some believe it can't be destroyed at all. Its power grows when people learn about it, when they watch videos or read stories connected to its existence. Belief makes it stronger. Here's the real twist. Deep in the Amazon rainforest, there's a wild cat called the margay. Scientists discovered something chilling about this predator. It mimics the cries of baby monkeys. Adult monkeys hear what sounds like their infant screaming for help. They rush to save it, but there is no baby, just a cat pretending to be something innocent, waiting to kill whatever comes close. Sound familiar? Cartoon Cat uses the same strategy. It wears a friendly face, a harmless disguise, something that makes you let your guard down. Nature invented this hunting method millions of years ago. A real cat perfected the art of deadly deception long before Cartoon Cat ever existed. The horror isn't fictional, it's evolutionary. Number 5. Long Horse. Long Horse breaks every rule on this list. Most creatures here want to rip you apart. This one, it wants to save your life. Don't let its appearance fool you. A horse skull floats at the end of an endless, twisting spine. Vertebrae stretch impossibly far, bending through walls, coiling around corners, defying every law of physics. Patches of black hair cling to its body like something pulled from a fever dream. Terrifying to look at, completely harmless. Long Horse appears before disasters strike. It shows up in dreams, slipping through the subconscious to deliver warnings. Some say it can see the future. Others claim it teleports. appearing wherever danger looms. The strangest part? It smells like cinnamon. Leave an apple as an offering. Watch it blacken, wither. That means your gift was accepted. Here's the real-world twist. Throughout history, cultures worldwide have reported animals sensing disasters before they happen. Dogs howl before earthquakes. Birds flee coastlines hours before tsunamis hit. Horses grow restless, refusing to enter barns that will soon collapse. Scientists believe animals detect subtle vibrations, pressure changes, sounds we can't hear. Longhorse takes this real phenomenon, nature's early warning system, stretches it into something impossible. A guardian built from bone, existing only to protect. A brief pause from the nightmare fuel. Enjoy it while it lasts. Number 4. Bridge worm. This worm hides beneath overpasses. It waits in the shadows. It watches for prey. This creature looks like a massive worm with arms stretching 9 feet long. Each arm ends in bony fingers that bend in ways they shouldn't. At first glance, it almost seems harmless, maybe even cute. That illusion shatters fast. A flap of flesh covers its real face. Peel that back though, you'll find a nightmare. 36 human-like teeth line a grin too wide for any living thing. Its eyes don't match. They dart in different directions. Staring at it feels wrong, because something is deeply wrong. These creatures hunt at night. They prefer tunnels, underpasses, anywhere darkness pools thick enough to hide their true size. The fake face isn't just creepy, it's a trap. Victims see something strange, but not threatening. They get closer. They shouldn't. Here's where it gets worse. Some believe bridge worms eventually mature into highway worms. As they age, their limbs fall away. The fake face disappears too. They grow larger, therefore becoming harder to spot before it's too late. Even without their disguise, they've spent years perfecting the hunt. Now here's the terrifying part. This creature isn't pure fiction. It's based on something real, the bobbit worm. Look it up, you'll wish you hadn't. This 10-foot-long nightmare burrows beneath the ocean floor. Only its razor-sharp jaws poke above the sand. 5 antennae detect the slightest movement. When prey swims too close, the worm explodes upward so fast it can slice a fish clean in half. Scientists found fossilized burrows in Taiwan, proving these ambush hunters existed 20 million years ago. The fossil showed signs of prehistoric struggles, fish dragged alive into underground tunnels, desperately trying to escape. But the worst part? Bobbit worms sometimes hitchhike into home aquariums hidden inside coral rock. They arrive as babies. They grow in secret for years. Fish start vanishing. Owners have no idea why. In 2009, workers at a British aquarium couldn't figure out what was destroying their coral and killing their fish. They set traps. The creature ate them, hooks included. It bit through 20-pound fishing line. When they finally tore the tank apart, they found Barry, a 4-foot worm that had been living there, hunting for years. Nobody knew he existed until it was too late. The bridge worm isn't just a monster Trevor Henderson dreamed up. It's the bobbit worm pulled from the ocean and dropped under your local overpass. Same hunting strategy, same hidden burrow, same nightmare waiting in the dark. The only difference? One is real. Number 3. Breaking news. A skyscraper walks through the city. Not near the buildings, through them. Breaking news stands 381 meters tall, higher than the Eiffel Tower. But here's what doesn't make sense. It weighs only 48.75 tons. That's lighter than a commercial airplane. A creature this massive should shake the ground with every step. It doesn't. It moves in complete silence. Its body is a twisted mockery of the human form. The proportions are wrong in ways that make your brain uncomfortable. Its neck stretches too far, bending at angles that shouldn't be possible, so its faceless head hangs forward, like a broken puppet on loose strings. There's no face, no eyes, nothing to read, nothing to reason with. The skin absorbs light, jet black, matte, impossible to see against the night sky. You won't spot it coming. You'll only notice when the buildings around you start crumbling for no apparent reason. Because that's what breaking news does. It haunts cities after dark, leveling entire blocks, killing at random. Some survivors, the few who lived long enough to describe it, claim they saw flashing red lights before the attack. A strobe effect, disorienting, blinding. Therefore, by the time your vision clears, it's already too late. Patient, silent, relentless, unstoppable. But here's the real twist. People report seeing impossibly tall, human-shaped shadows moving between buildings. These shapes do not run, they do not rush, they simply exist. Psychologists link this to pareidolia, the brain forcing meaning onto vague shapes. But when combined with fear, exhaustion, or isolation, the size distortion becomes extreme. A normal skyscraper silhouette can feel alive. That is almost exactly how breaking news behaves. Breaking news may not be a creature at all. It may be what the human brain creates when it can no longer measure size, safety, or silence. Number 2. Mr. Trash Bag. You're alone in the basement. The lights flicker, something tall stands in the corner. A face floats in the darkness, pale, calm, eyes half closed, like it's been waiting for you. Not angry, not hungry, just patient. The rest of the body? Hidden beneath what looks like a wet garbage bag, or maybe a body bag. Black, slick, dripping. It swallows all light below the neck, so only that unsettling face remains visible. In some sightings, this thing reaches 20 feet tall, as high as a street lamp, but somehow it fits inside your attic, your kitchen, the dark spaces you thought were empty. Mr. Trash Bag doesn't walk. It glides, smooth at first but unstable, like something pretending to understand how movement works. It appears at night, abandoned buildings, empty houses, the kinds of places where no one would hear you scream. But here's what makes this creature truly disturbing. It doesn't start as a monster. The theory goes like this. Mr. Trash Bag begins as a friend, especially to children. An imaginary companion who plays with lonely kids, keeps them company in dark rooms, makes the scary nights feel safe. But children grow up. They forget. Therefore, Mr. Trash Bag feels abandoned, betrayed. The friendship curdles into something else, something vengeful. When it returns, it wraps itself around its former friend, strangles them, absorbs them into its body, making them part of the bag forever. But if you remember it, if you show it kindness, it stays gentle. That black plastic covering Mr. Trash Bag's body, it's not random. Body bags look exactly like this. Shapeless, dark, wet-looking. Police use them at crime scenes. Morgues store the dead in them. Throughout history, people reported seeing figures in black bags moving at night. Most were debunked. Wind-catching loose plastic, homeless individuals using bags for warmth. But some reports remain unexplained. Mr. Trash Bag may be inspired by these sightings, the unsettling image of something human-shaped wrapped in death's packaging, standing where it shouldn't be. It's not just a monster in your basement. It's the guilt of every friendship you outgrew, every imaginary friend you left behind without saying goodbye. Some things don't forget, even when you do. Number 1. The Sea Eater. The Sea Eater is a massive entity from the Trevor Henderson universe. Its true size cannot be measured, but estimates place it around 5 kilometers tall, nearly 5 kilometers wide, and at least 25 kilometers long. Some sightings suggest it could be even bigger, therefore no single measurement can fully describe it. This creature lives deep in the world's oceans, far below where sunlight reaches. It is rarely seen, usually by sailors or deep-sea explorers who are unlucky enough to cross its path. For most of its existence, the sea eater moves through the water with its mouth permanently open. It does not chase prey, it simply moves forward, swallowing seawater, ships, sea life, small islands, but also anything else that stands in its way. It consumes non-stop. That is why it is called the sea eater. Seeing it is not just frightening, it breaks the human mind. Witnesses report intense megalophobia, the fear of massive objects. People say they feel tiny, meaningless, like they do not exist at all. Its skin looks thick and blubbery, similar to a whale, but water passes straight through it. This gives the creature a smooth, unnatural motion, as if the ocean itself is sliding through its body. Ancient sailors who encountered the sea eater were often frozen in place. Some stories claim ships sailed directly into its open mouth. Not because they were attacked, but because the crew could not move. Fear mixed with awe locked them still until it was too late. Beyond its endless mouth, the sea eater has 2 enormous arms. Each one stretches more than 5 kilometers long. These arms are not normal flesh. They appear to be made from dead sea creatures, broken bones, and the remains of other giants it destroyed. It uses them to drag itself along the ocean floor, push through deep water, but also strike when threatened. Despite its size, these arms can move at extreme speed, with estimates ranging from 200 miles per hour to over 1,000. On rare occasions, the sea eater comes close enough to shore to be seen from land. From far away, it looks like a mountain moving through fog. Its true shape stays unclear, therefore people often doubt what they saw, but those who witness it never forget. There is one strange weakness. The sea eater cannot survive in shallow water. When it enters depths less than 1 kilometer, its body begins to rot and fall apart. The flesh decays. The structure collapses. Therefore, it is forced to retreat back into the deep ocean to survive. Most sightings are linked to the Pacific and Indian Oceans, but a few reports place it in the Atlantic. Seeing the sea eater is considered a terrible sign. Sailors believe it appears before disasters, mass deaths, lost fleets, or events that wipe entire regions from history. The real terror is this. The Sea Eater may be inspired by real fears of the deep ocean. The sea already hides creatures larger than buildings. Unseen trenches deeper than mountains are tall, but also slow-moving forces like underwater landslides and massive currents that can swallow ships without warning. The Sea Eater takes that fear and gives it a face. Not a hunter, not a monster that chases, but a moving abyss that eats everything simply by existing. Which creature gave you chills? Let me know in the comments. Tell me what to cover next, and click here if you want more.